Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Have You Heard? And today we are going back to one of my favourite bands, but we've only done them once on the channel. Here we go. It's Talking Heads, and this is Little Creatures. The only Talking Heads album I have on CD. You can see True Stories back there, and the others are all on vinyl. Apart from, there are two that I don't have, which I must correct. I haven't got the first album, Talking Heads 77, and I haven't got Fear of Music. So I need to get those to complete the set. But we've only done them once. And it was way back in the early days of the channel. And I did the Big Country from More Songs About Buildings and Food. What an album that is, by the way. And one of the great things about the Talking Heads is that there's loads of Talking Heads reactions all over YouTube, but they're kind of limited to about 7 or 8 songs, all the big hitters. So you can have a look in the deep cuts and in the less well-known songs, and no one's touching them. What we're doing today, I haven't even said yet, is that we're doing Television Man from Little Creatures. And I must admit there are 2 reactions on YouTube, but they were done yonks ago, long time ago, by a couple of the smaller reaction channels. Not too many views, unfortunately, for them. I mean, I'm not expecting a huge number of views for this, but I'm just keen to see how many Talking Heads fans we have, or who might be interested by seeing Talking Heads on the thumbnail. So we'll see. It's all part of the fun of the channel. Seeing what will happen, I rarely know from one day to the next, apart from perhaps Moody Blues. Other than that, I'm often at a loss. Talk about swings and roundabouts and the highs and lows, but never mind. Let's listen to Television Man, which I believe I read somewhere is the second longest song that Talking Heads recorded at just over 6 minutes. I think it's the prog fan in me that drew me to this particular song in the first place, because it does have that kind of proggy feel, but they're so eclectic, Talking Heads, that they can appeal to just about everybody, or anybody, I think, who has a particular love of a certain genre. They're so good and so clever, and we'll talk about them a bit more afterwards. But let's listen to the song first of all. Television Man from Little Creatures, released on the 10th of June 1985, a mere nearly 41 years ago. Here we go. Television Man. put the headphones down. There we are. Talking Heads and Television Man. Um, this was what written in 19 or recorded in 1985, so 41 years ago. If we transported the writing of the song to today, what would it be called? Smartphone Man, Instagram Man, X Man. Hi, I'm Charles Xavier, X Man. Um, it is an unusual Talking Head song insofar that it has that instrumental break. It's long. It's specific about a subject, and I'm not always find that that's the case with David Byrne. But this is quite clear. The world crashing in into my living room. Um, Television made me what I am. Whether he's celebrating that or not is another question. Um, much as we can talk about our electronic gadgets that we have these days, are we really happy we've got them? Are they making our lives any better? Um, there's a whole argument for both sides in that one, and back in 1980s, everyone certainly was talking about television and is it becoming all powerful, and is that a problem for our kids? Again, transport yourself to today and it's just the same problem but with just a different piece of kit. um, Really, really interesting. Musically, it is really up there. Chris France's drums are right up front, very up front. Tina Weymouth is one of the most underrated bass players of all time, and she's right there too. Um, David Byrne is David Byrne, but this has one of my favourite Jerry Harrison moments, I must say. I love the keyboards and the tinkling on this particular song. Um, Always such an underrated player, Jerry Harrison. And if you ever want to listen to an underrated album that I think will probably get a feature sooner or later on the channel, it's Casual Gods, one of the albums that Jerry made after the band broke up. Oh, what an album! And some fantastic tracks as well. And of course, he went on to um, produce some really interesting artists, two of which I am particularly keen on. The Crash Test Dummies from Canada. Their first album is God Shuffled Its Feet is superb, and also the kind of post grunge, perhaps Christian, I'm not so sure, band called Live. He did their first 3 or 4 albums. Really, really good, quite heavy, but atmospheric band. Tremendous band, Live. Hopefully, I'm going to do something on the channel about them as well. But the Talking Heads have just their influence pervades. That's, I think, the key thing. Still going strong. David Byrne, in particular, one of my very good friends who lives in Vancouver, got to see him live about 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's touring at the moment, and I believe he's coming to do a couple of shows in the UK, so I must keep a lookout for that. My buddy said that it was a superb show, still going strong all these years later. So I really would like you to let me know what you think of Talking Heads. What are your favourite songs? What are your favourite albums? Um, what do you think we should do next? Uh, how would you classify them? I mean, I in the thumbnail for the first one I did ages ago, I put question marks behind punk, rock. Uh, what were they? They certainly weren't really punk, although they came in on the coattails of that punk New York scene. They were never punk, were they? They were art rock at broadest, but very unique. And yeah, they were hard to describe, hard to categorize. But the music lives on, and there are so many songs and deep cuts that I want to play that isn't getting any recognition or aren't getting any recognition. So I need to remedy that as we move into the future of the channel. So anyway, there we are. Thank you very much for having watched me today. I hope you enjoyed this particular song. I hope you enjoy Talking Heads. And as I say, let me know what else I should do. Give the video a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you would like to see more. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, which will be out tomorrow. But until then, I'll say goodbye. So cheers, everybody.